Hello everybody, this is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo. Today's video is all about the monthly double color jewelry collaboration challenge hosted by Pirate Pretties. So for August of 2023, the color challenge that we were given is to use turquoise and coral. These beauties came from the recent August 2023 curated bead box. I absolutely love them. They're real turquoise and I'll be using those. And look what I got. Somebody gave me this bag of real coral, and so I'm going to pick through here and choose some pieces to go on some wire. Normally I wouldn't buy coral, but I think this actually came from a necklace that broke, and so I feel comfortable repurposing the coral. The reason I really don't work with coral that much is because it's not really environmentally friendly to use coral. For various reasons, a lot of our coral, which is very important to our ecosystem, is deteriorating, and I don't want to feed into that. I'm using 22 gauge wire because anything bigger than that, this coral is not going to fit onto. The other challenge is that we're supposed to use silver or gold. I'm using silver, and then we're supposed to make a necklace or earrings. I'm making a pair of earrings. And then she wanted us to use something that was either tribal or to use a feather. So I forgot to get the feather or the tribal entity in this, but before I go look for that, I'm going to pick out a couple of my turquoise beads. I want to make sure they match as well as possible. We have all different colors here. And then I'm going to dig through my coral, and I want to pick out about 10 pieces. That'll be 5 pieces for each earring. Now, as I'm digging through this coral, I see that I not only just have the red, but I also have what looks to be lavender, and I've got a passion for purple challenge today also. So maybe I'll use some of this lavender coral in a pair of earrings for that challenge. All right, as I go through these beads, it's going to really be hard to choose. I see a lot that match together, but like this one right here, that's not going to be a good match. I gotta figure out if I want more inclusions like this pair, or do I want them lighter like this pair? Like I said, it's going to be a hard decision. So I've narrowed it down to these 3 pair. So my first thought before I realized I needed a feather or some other tribal entity in this, I was going to take the 22 gauge wire and I was going to put 3 to 5 pieces of the coral and wire a link. One thing about the coral, the holes are really little, so not every piece is going to fit on here. So I need to make sure that I've got the right pieces for both earrings where they're going to match. So I think I have all my beads picked out. I have decided to do 5 pieces of coral on each earring. Now I'm just going to make this into a link. I want a pretty substantial, messy wrap on this loop. I need to make sure I tuck my wire in. Now I'm just going to feed my chips down at the bottom and make another loop. So originally I was going to just make this a dangle, and that way it would dangle really nicely at the end of all that coral, and then I realized I needed a feather. So now I'm thinking maybe I will just make a link out of the turquoise too, and then hang the feather at the bottom of the turquoise. Okay, I went to pick out the feathers. I have these, they're just little, so we'll use those. And I'm going to go ahead and make this into a link. So we're designing right now. Because I still don't know how this is going to turn out. Alright, so I've got all that done. Now what I could do, that'd be a really long earring. But I think that's what I want to do. Ooh, I like that. Okay. So I need my 20 gauge wire back. If I can find the end. There we go. I like to keep my wire on a spool. I find that I use less wire that way. Alright, so we're going to go ahead, and I'm not going to make a big wrap. There we go. That feather was not cooperating, but sometimes we just have to be patient and let it know who's boss. Sometimes though, I mean, beads may be telling you something, but not in this case. Okay, make sure, yep, it's still poking out there. Alright, slide the bead down and make another link. Again, I don't want this to be a big wrap. Trim that off a little bit. Tuck it in. And all we have to do is hang it on the ear wire. And there we go. Let me get the other one done. Alright, here we go. They're all done. I think these came out pretty cool. What do you think? I love the coral color and the turquoise together. I love those two combinations. They're beautiful. I want to thank you all for joining me, and I hope you go check out all the other participants. There's a hashtag down in the description box below where you can click on that to see who else is participating and what they're making. Y'all have a great day. This is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo signing out for now. Bye-bye.